Hello, this is Laura Sawyer, and for my discussion post, I'm looking at iBooks versus paper books. To present this in a different way, I actually created a real quick iBook using iBook Author on my Mac. I'm going to switch over to the iBooks app on my computer and show you this is the book that I created, iBooks versus paper books. So what are iBooks? iBooks are digital books specifically for the iPad, iPhone, Mac, and iPod. They have both paid and free books, and you purchase those through the app itself. Many books are interactive. They're not all, but most of them are interactive with many different kinds of elements, and iTunes U books are included. One of the biggest advantages is that instant access through the app to get more books, as expressed by a 10-year-old girl from Ohio. And she said, "When I am done with a book, I can get another one in minutes." And I chose that quote because I thought it was just so interesting that that's what was important to that girl, and she obviously has that love of reading. Now I want to show you a different book and just some of the interactive elements. This was written by teachers, and you can see it's got some photos and text, but one of the things that I like is this little photo box. You can scroll through the different photos that they've added. Here I can pull up different interactive elements, and they've even included some videos. So there's a very rich experience for the reader, for the learner. If I go to the store real quick, when you open the store, it usually opens to the last place you were. It does have the contemporary books and just normal books that we're used to reading. If I go to categories, I then choose education, just to give you a view of what's available in the education store. There are many free books that actually teach you how to use different technologies or different things for your classroom. They do have free books, and I'm going to go to the textbooks area because they even have free textbooks. I'm going to choose a collection called For the Classroom and Biology because that's what I taught when I was in the class. These books right here, these E.O. Wilson, Life on Earth, are really beautiful, high quality digital texts, and every time you see get, that means they're free. So you could get a wonderful series of textbooks with interactive elements for free through the iTunes U bookstore and through the iBooks bookstore. Even if I look at a more traditional text like the HMH, the Pearson or McGraw-Hill, they're only $14.99. So there's very low cost to free textbooks that are available through iTunes, their iBooks and the iTunes University. If I look at the advantages of both, books have that kinesthetic experience. Sometimes they're easier to annotate. I know when I started in this program, I started with digital and had to quickly move back to the print because trying to take notes for my in my digital APA manual just wasn't working. So I now have both a digital and a book version of APA. And then some texts that were written in the traditional book format still remain better as a book. Advantages for iBooks: they're very easy to obtain through the app. They have those interactive elements, many annotation tools which are easy to use. You get to carry your entire library in your pocket, and hopefully this book has showed you that it's easy to actually create a book, which is a interesting way for students to show their content knowledge. There are disadvantages of both. Obviously with the books, they're larger, they're heavier, they can rip, you can't carry your whole library in your pocket. They can be very costly, as the textbooks were about 10 times the price of a ebook. In iBooks, the main disadvantage is that they're proprietary. You have to be in the Apple environment in order to use iBooks. For some, they lose the experience of that traditional book, and we do have to look at the idea of access for all users. If you're not in a Mac environment, you won't be able to fully use the iBooks at all.